So it's my third full day here in Antigua, and it's Saturday, and we have the weekend free. We don't have any stuff to do for our study abroad program. So Nikita and Grace and Taryn and I decided to go walk around and explore on our own this morning. So we're gonna do that and then come back and eat lunch with our homestay and just meet together this afternoon. I haven't been filming that much because we've been kind of settling in and just doing a lot of things for the study abroad program and drinking a bit. It's been really fun though. I'm obsessed with drawing these Aesop and the Scroll eye heads that are, it's part of my research project that I'm doing while I'm here, and I'll show you guys those. And on the walk, I'll tell you guys about some of the things that I really like about Antigua so far. I'm enjoying this so much. So, let's go. I'm out here next to a giant pila. This one was built in the 1880s after the capital city of Guatemala had been moved from here to Guatemala City, where it is in the present day. And they built it here to like welcome people back because there was a law made that people couldn't live here for like 100 years. So this was a gesture of the government to the people to be like, hey, you can come back now and actually live here without being here illegally. And the pilas are definitely one of my favorite things. It's just, I think, a very beautiful presentation of something that's so mundane because the like forms and like shapes are very organic and natural and just aesthetically pleasing to me. So yeah, and they're usually pretty colors like red or yellow or orange. Because Antigua was abandoned for like 100 years because the government outlawed living here, the city was kind of preserved in its colonial style. Guatemala City is kind of like what I imagine Mexico City to be like. I haven't been to Mexico City, and I also only drove through Guatemala City, so like, you know, disclaimer there. I think my favorite thing about Antigua so far is that it's super environmentally conscious. Like, styrofoam and single-use plastics like straws and bottles and plastic bags, not bottles, plastic bags though, are banned, which is something that isn't a thing in the United States where I come from. So I really like that a lot. Like, it's amazing. I'm super impressed, and I was not expecting that, but I'm very happy to have found that out. Another thing that is really convenient and just like as a small detail that I really like, that I enjoy a lot because I'm good with directions, is that the city is aligned like north, south, east, and west. So the avenidas run north and south, the avenues, and las calles, the streets, run east and west. So it's super easy to like navigate. You can be like, oh, like 3 blocks north, 2 blocks east. Another thing about Antigua that I really appreciate, that I learned on the walking tour yesterday that I went on with my study abroad group, is that the houses here in Antigua, there's like local laws that mandate if you buy a property, you have to hire an archaeologist to research the house. That way they can figure out what it was like back in when it was originally built, and then you hire an architect to design the house to be true to how it was originally. So like the example that the tour guide gave was, if a house was a bakery, or if a property was a bakery originally and someone wants to convert it into a hotel, they have to hire an architect to design it to be true to its original design as a bakery. Yeah. Which I think is awesome. Which I think really helps preserve the historical feel of the city, which is what makes Antigua so unique. Yeah. Yesterday during the walking tour, there was a moment where we were walking through the central park / plaza of the city, and I just felt very at home. Like, I was looking around and it was just familiar surroundings to me because I've traveled to Mexico a bit, and I love it so much. It makes me so happy to be here. I'm overjoyed to be here for like 2 more weeks. I'm so happy about it. Yeah, I just feel really at home, and I think a large part of that is not having to deal with a super huge language barrier because I can speak Spanish well enough to communicate and get ideas across. And that's why I want to learn languages and why I want to travel to Latin America so much, because I know Spanish. So like, it opens up a whole another level of doors and opportunities for me. Everyone in the study abroad group gets along really well and is super chill, so I'm really enjoying that as well. We've gone out for drinks a bit, which is really fun. We just like laugh and enjoy each other and enjoy ourselves. This is probably just like a very niche art thing for me, but like there are little details around the city and like the walls and the cobblestones and the streets and sidewalks that I just absolutely love the texture of. One more thing, Antigua has like the very colonial Spanish vibe, of course, and there are mountains that are gorgeous around. Oh, and the weather is super nice, the climate. It gets up to like the high 70s and that's it, and like at night it can be like 60 degrees. Also the colors of the houses and just like the structures of the houses in general are very Latin American and reminiscent of surroundings that I'm somewhat familiar with because I've traveled to Mexico, like I said. I think that's also part of the reason I feel at home. Oh, it's so gorgeous.
So, where did you say the band was? The center?
Alright. I'll get you guys both.
So cute. La Merced, the arch that's famous, and Casa Herrera over there. Day 14 of my stay here in Antigua, and this is my last free day, so I just went out and got pupusas for lunch at a Salvadorian place. I just have a few more thoughts about Antigua that I wanted to share. The fact that Antigua was abandoned for like a little bit longer than a century kind of preserved the architecture, which is gorgeous and nice, but after watching a documentary called Living on $1 a Day with my study abroad group, I got some more insight onto how prevalent poverty actually is in Guatemala and just how much of a bubble Antigua is. Because Antigua, while it's cheaper than the US, is not that cheap compared to other places in Guatemala. It's a very touristy destination and it's gorgeous. UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are a lot of factors that go into it, making Antigua a more expensive place that is not representative of all of Guatemala for sure. So I really want to travel more in Guatemala and go to smaller towns like Tecpan, Chichicastenango, Huehuetenango. I want to go back to La Guatilan so bad. That was probably my favorite place that we've been in Guatemala. Favorite thing that I've done on this study abroad trip. Yeah, I think so. But today's my last free day in Antigua, so I figured I'd give you guys this little update. Because I'm spending the night with my homestay family a few more nights, but tomorrow we're going to Guatemala City, and then Friday and Saturday I'm climbing Acatenango, so that'll be fun. And then Sunday we leave and go to Flores. And then that starts the last like 9 or 10 days of our trip where we're going to be traveling, going to a bunch of different places. Peace and goodbye. Goodbye for real now.